and kicking the session off. So what I would like to talk about is digital platforms, how they can empower your practice, and how the clinicians can benefit from it. The questions that I would like to address in this session are these. Why digitalization is necessary? What is digital health? And build versus buy, and other considerations while you are making the decision. So these questions are very relevant for clinicians who are considering to ride the tide of digitalization. So the first question is why, as a clinician, you want to digitalize? What would you get out of it? And there I would first seek a little bit of engagement from your side. I would like you to scan this QR code and answer or select, it's just one question with options, 4 options. If you don't get your desired option, there is also possibility to write it by yourself, like other field. It's written in Danish probably, but it's just other. So please do answer, and I'll move ahead in 30 seconds. So the question that you have to think of is why in your practice you would like to digitalize? What would you like to gain out of it? I hope it's possible to access, and then I'll move ahead. It's fine. That's good. That's good. I mean, that's what you see here. So the most frequent reasons why clinicians and hospitals want to digitalize are these, and there can be some priority in it. There can be some order of priority and focus on it, but these are the prime reasons. And why I'm saying is this, because this is something I've tried with American Heart Association back in 2008 in the US, and then in NHS in UK, Scottish Border Council in UK, and now I'm working with Danish government to digitalize there is a huge digitalization already, but what I'm doing is to strategize it for the coming 20 years in the future. So why digitalization today and tomorrow is a big question. And I think, as Banshi sir said, all of them are correct answers. We want better clinical outcomes. We want operational efficiency. We want patient engagement. We want business growth. And we want to be ready for the future. Any of digitalization initiatives that doesn't allow you to achieve these goals is not complete digitalization. So these goals have to be in mind when you're thinking of digitalizing in your clinic or hospitals or your multi-specialty centers. So the next question is, what is digital health? When I talk to doctors, I was with the Foreign Ministry of Denmark and Health Ministry. I was for a delegation visit in India, in Maharashtra and in Karnataka last 2 weeks. And that's why this conference was very coinciding with that plan as well. So it was possible to come here as well on the invite from Banshi sir. But the question, I was really surprised when I asked this question to bigger hospitals as well, like Leelavati, Kokilaben, all these, Apollo Fortis. They had their own perception of digitalization. So this question, what is digital health, is a very important question. And it's very important to notice that using WhatsApp or Excel to manage patient is not digitalization. Sharing PDF reports over email or WhatsApp is not digitalization as well. Running digital ads or promotions on social media, Facebook, LinkedIn is not digitalization. Having an online booking form or having Zoom meeting with the patients is not digitalization as well. Video consultations with your patients and using ChatGPT for recommendations, that is also not digitalization. So what is digitalization? Digitalization is when you use the power of data. The word digitalization actually comes from data. It is derived from data. So data-driven care is what actually digitalization means, and that is when you can harness the benefits. Connected care and continuous monitoring is other aspect of, or other dimension of digitalization, which means that you can connect all the parties using technology. And like Makkar sir very rightly said in his speech, that what is technology? Anything that can make your life easier, faster, or cheaper, that is technology. So technology that provides you connected care and continuous monitoring in cheaper, faster, and better way, that is what digitalization can do for you. Patient engagement. That is another thing, because today doctors, when they have consultations, they don't have time to engage with the patient. The patient step out of the clinic and you don't have control over where the patient goes next. So the digitalization, the power of technology is that you can engage them with you without much efforts. Then clinical decision support. Of course, the doctors are very intelligent creatures, but they need support as well in relation to making the right decisions. At least the right data should be presented to them at the right time to make the right decisions. That is also technology can do. That is also digitalization can do. And the last is structured awareness and empowerment. So for patients, especially if we think of in diabetes area, if we think of type 1 diabetes, a lot of empowerment initiatives are taken and a lot of education is given to the patient, which is a time-taking activity. How can we do it smarter, cheaper, and in an efficient way is, again, the answer is digitalization, using technology. So these are the prime aspects and dimensions that define a digital health as such. Now there are some other benefits to it, like you can use time on managing the patients in the clinic instead of when the patient visits with a pile of papers, instead of going through them or your junior doctors going through them. All of you can have quality time with the patients in dialogue, in understanding their life, where they are, what is the quality of life, and so on and so forth. Removing WhatsApp mental burden. So this is something I've spoken to hundreds of doctors in India, in conferences, in this delegation visit as well. And what I see is that the mental burden is increasing over time because the patients want that attention from the doctor. They want to talk to the doctor in synchronous manner at times, but it's not always possible. And it gives a lot of mental burden when you see 100 unanswered or 100 new messages suddenly if you are in a conference like this for a day. Enabling research and evidence creation is another thing. I feel Indian doctors have a lot of data and a lot of good data to prove their protocols, their way of working, their way of clinical practice. But it's impossible when you don't have structured data. So that is also one thing which digitalization can in general help with. And using community for motivation. So you don't stand alone as a clinician or as a practitioner with your patients to motivate them, to encourage them. The technology can be your companion in that as well. So these are the other benefits, as you can see, in relation to digitalization. A lot of hospitals or clinicians, they also think that why should I buy a platform, or why should I hop on a platform or subscribe to a platform? Why shouldn't I create my own? It's so easy and cheap to create own apps these days. I mean, with all these AI tools coming into picture, development of apps is getting more and more cheaper as well. So why shouldn't I do that? Why shouldn't I create my own app? And the answer is here. There are multiple dimensions where you have speed and market readiness. In relation to long lead times, if you create your own app, getting it market ready is a big challenge. Clinicians are good at clinical practice. IT, digital department, they are good at combining domain, clinical knowledge, and IT to create a product, a platform which is relevant. And this is something I am bringing from experience from all over the world, that there has been mushroomed app in different parts of the world when digitalization was starting up. We are in that stage in India now. So a lot of apps are mushrooming, a lot of doctors are creating their own, but it becomes a big problem to both mature it, to maintain it, and to have a team which supports the infrastructure and scales the infrastructure with time. So, for example, the first one, speed and market readiness. Long lead times and extensive testing is needed, but with a platform, you can start on day one. Maturity and quality of solutions. Of course, your internal teams can make something by looking at the tip of the iceberg. So if I show you our platform, for example, you will just see the tip of the iceberg. Your internal team might be confident that they will be able to develop it and replicate it, but that's not the reality. There is a huge part lying underneath which needs years of experience and understanding. So that is the domain experts using their knowledge and expertise is the key. Focus on core mission. Hospitals and clinics, they are good at running clinical practice, while as I said, combining all this knowledge, let the experts do the job of the technology enablement. Then continuous maintenance and upgrades is another thing which becomes a headache over time, because you have to maintain a team, and the developers and testers, they don't come for free today. Flexibility and influence as well. If you are partnering with right digital partners, then you also get influence on the roadmap, meaning that you are able to decide or be part of the decision that what should come next, what makes sense for your clinic. So that influence is gold worth, because if you have to do it for your own, it will again lead to a higher lead time. While as if it is running a roadmap development team which is continuously working only on technology, they will be able to focus on this. Other consideration is data protection and privacy for both patients and clinics. And there I would say that when you are making that decision of hopping on a platform for digitalization, do think of where data is stored, how the encryption is done, who has access to data, and how can we make role-based access control implemented? How can we implement role-based access control? What is the other aspect is use of data. That what do we use the data for? Can you have some analytics on the platform, on your digital platform, so that you can produce quick publications, research papers if you want to? And as I said, I had also written that technology definition, that anything that makes life simpler, faster, and cheaper. There are multiple pharma-initiated apps as well, which are lucrative because they come for free for the doctors. But again, they are short-lived. Pharma has no interest in beyond a limit, beyond a period of time until they get the data. They don't have any interest in making the relation between doctor and patient successful beyond that, after the evidence is created. So that is also, a lot of initiatives has happened, but they are short-lived. Affordability is a key in Indian context. As Banshi sir said, that CGM has to be affordable in order to be popularized in India. In the same way, technology has to be affordable. If it is expensive technology, maybe it's very fancy, but it's not usable. People will not be able to adopt to it. Customization and configurations are important because every clinic is unique, every practitioner is unique. So it's very important that we are able to customize the digital platform that we have and configure it based upon a unique needs of the clinic. And the last one is roadmap and future promise. Don't only look at how the platform looks like today, but look also at what is the future, what is the future roadmap that is promised in the digital platform. These are the other benefits that I talked about: customer retention, lifetime value increase, and transaction frequency increase using digitalization. And this is just to share my contact info and so on. But yeah, if there are any questions, I'm really looking forward to answer. Thank you so much.